Hello, race fans. The NASCAR SEGA Cup Series once again is making history as we are here live at Nashville SuperSpeedway for the very first time in SEGA Cup Series history, getting ready for the Ally 400. After an intense all-star race back at Texas Motor Speedway, Levi McIntyre came out on top once again, but he's going to have some work to do as he will start this race from the 26th position. But starting on our front row are a couple of teammates. Dustin Stuller in his number 8. Currently, he sits 30th in standings. And Cole Deaver, his teammate, starting second in that number 3. He sits 7th in the standings. We got the Ally car, Nathan Orman. He's going to start this race from the 3rd position. And starting right beside him is Cole Daly in the 18, who sits 9th in standings. We have a few drivers looking to turn their seasons around here today, but we're going to be in here for a pretty long one. We're going to be here for 45 laps. Now, I don't know the kind of racing we're going to see here at this massive racetrack, but I hope you guys are ready as we're just mere seconds away from those famous words in motorsports.
Go out there and have a good time today. Make it happen at the end, my friend. Big thumbs up here. You're ready to rock and roll. Good luck to you guys on pit road down there today.
And the drivers are rolling off pit road. Here is your starting lineup for the Ally 400. The Richard Childress Racing teammates rounding out, leading the field through turns 3 and 4 here. Dustin Stuller, he's been running pretty decent over the last couple of weeks, but now with his teammate right beside him, anything can happen at a track that these guys have never ever raced on before. As the pace car makes its way onto pit road, and I hope every one of you guys are ready to get this thing underway here, as the green flag is now out here at Nashville. And it looks like there was almost some contact from a couple of guys. Zachary Fitzwater came in contact with Joshua Mudd, and Dougie Shears nearly got turned by someone. As it looks like Dustin Stuller will lead the first lap, but Cole Deaver, he is all over that 8 machine, and he's trying to challenge for the lead. Switching to the TV2 camera, we can look at this insane battle between teammates, but Nathan Ormond actually sponsoring Ally in this race. He's going to have to try to do what he can as we have a 4-car breakaway from the rest of the pack. Cole Daly here, he sits comfortably in the 4th position right now. As we look at that spectacular TV2 camera with all the drivers hitting the start-finish line. Michael Norman finds himself steadily in 5th place. 6th now is Zachary Fitzwater running those spectacular Gravedigger colors on his number 4 machine. 7th now is Dylan Young sponsoring Dent Wizard here today. And we're having a battle for 8th between Joshua Mudd and Young's teammate Mitchell Collins in the 22. And it looks like Brayson Mitchell, he's trying to find himself to get into the top 10 here, as we can see all these guys just massively just spread out here. And oh man, all these guys are running dangerously close here. You can go 4 wide here, as demonstrated by Charles Sanford, William Brock, Danny Wells, and Cody Lamas. You can run 4 wide here, but once it gets 5 wide, yeah, that's when things are starting to get kind of hairy here. As we head back to the front, and oh man, it looks like we already have a driver coming down pit road. That's Allison Rain. Oh man, I don't know what happened with the 7 machine, but I don't know if this is an unscheduled pit stop or if she has some kind of problem. She started this race. I'm trying to see where she started. She started this race in the 10th position. I have no idea what's going on with her. And it looks like she's just coming down. And oh man, we got a car in the wall in turn 3. We got a car in the wall in turn 3, and that was Sky Commons. Oh man, he got turned by someone, and he's got some left side damage to his number 10. But I don't think it's going to be too serious here, as this will bring out our first caution of the day here. The field has already caught up to the pace car as Dustin Stoller continues to lead. Let's head to the replays and see what happened to the number 10 of Sky Commons. Well, here's having brought out our first caution of the day. I was focused on Allison Rain when she was coming down pit road, while in turn 3, Sky Commons was stuck between Levi McIntyre and Christina Bell, and then I guess Commons was coming up a bit too high, and he just gets hooked by his own teammate Alex Drayton as the All-Star winner Levi McIntyre gets involved. He's got some damage to the hood of his number 60. But the number 10 spins around. Alex Drayton got stuck behind him a bit as he's got a bit of right side damage. But I think once he comes down pit road, he can get that easily fixed. But Sky Commons, he spins around across, and he's stuck along the safer barrier on the driver's side. But he should be able to continue. He really didn't get that much damage. Once he comes down pit road for a bit, he should be able to get that fixed as well. And here we are back at Nashville. We're going to restart on lap number 10. And no drivers have retired out. Allison Rain, who came down pit road, she was lucky enough to stay on the lead lap. But unfortunately, she's going to be stuck in front of our leader, which is Dustin Stoller. She's going to need another quick caution if she wants to get to the back of the field. Second now is Cole Deaver. Third is Nathan Orman. Fourth is Cole Daly. Fifth is Michael Norman. Sixth is Zachary Fitzwater. 7th is Joshua Mudd. 8th, Dougie Shears. 9th is RJ Bishop. And running out the top 10 is Mitchell Collins. The rest of the top 15 are Seth Cole, Ryan Acosta, Chris Darlington, Danny Wells, and teammate Dylan Young. This race is still fairly young. I don't know if Dustin Stoller is going to put Allison Rain back a lap down or if she's even going to be up to speed. But the pace car is back onto pit road, and we are back on the way here at Nashville. The green flag is back out. Allison Rain needs a quick caution if she wants to hurry up and stay on the lead lap. And it appears that she is indeed up to speed while Dustin Stoller continues to lead. He has his teammate right behind him, Cole Deaver. He is all over the back bumper of that 8 car. Now we're trying to have a battle for 4th now between Michael Norman and Cole Daly. Michael Norman trying to get a run on the outside. This is one of the few tracks in NR where the outside is probably the best way to make a move here, as Dustin Stoller moves to the outside as he is going to try to extend his lead a bit more. But Allison Rain, she's going to try to run away to try to stay on the lead lap as much as she can. Now we see Nathan Orman trying to make his way around the 3 car. But now Michael Norman, he's on a charge. Our Season 3 champion running a new colors on his number 21. As we now see that he is all over the back bumper of the 48. Currently, Michael Norman sits 39th in standings, and a win here would definitely move him up as he tries to bring that Motorcraft Ford into a good finish here today. Heading further back, we're trying to have a battle for 9th here between Seth Cole and Mitchell Collins. Seth Cole is the points leader here, and a good run here would definitely help him out. He had a strong running in the SEGA Cup Series All-Star race, but unfortunately couldn't get it done. He had a couple of scuffles with Charles Jackson, and now he's stuck in between two Penske teammates here. Charles Jackson, he's sitting out the rest of the season, but who knows? We may see him back in the SEGA Cup in the near future. I don't know, but headed back to the front, it's still all about Dustin Stoller as he is all over. He's trying to do what he can to put Allison Rain back a lap down. And it looks like things have certainly calmed down for a bit as we now go to the aerial coverage here. Dustin Stoller continues to lead while Cole Deaver sits second, and Nathan Orman is trying to do what he can to chase down both the Richard Childress teammates. Okay, let's head on through the field here. I'm trying to see. There's Steven Kohler in the 88. He just got around the number 70 of James Qualls, who sits second in standings. Steven Kohler, he wants to try to get his second win of the season. His last win came at Bristol Dirt, but he's about to lose that position to James Qualls here. James Qualls in the 70 currently sits second in standings as he is getting behind our winner from Rockingham, Charles Sanford. And right now he currently sits just barely in the top 20 as he hits 19th right now. And oh man, I just saw some smoke somewhere. Oh man, I think we had another wreck. We had another wreck somewhere, and the caution is out, and someone's smoking up ahead. And oh, it's Jonathan Zorlin. Oh man, Jonathan Zorlin, he's third in standings right now. Oh man, I don't know what happened to the 43, but he got some insane damage, and oh man, he better be careful there. He nearly gets into Joshua Mudd and RJ Bishop. But oh man, someone just took out the 43. We're gonna have to go to the replays to see just what happened here. And oh man, we got a couple drivers on pit road. And oh man, Sega Motorsports, Christina Bell and Joshua Osborne, they already have some issues as Jonathan Zorlin takes his 43 back to the garage area, so he's done. So we had an insane wreck on the last lap. But let's take a look and see what happened to the 43. Well, here's happened to brought out our second caution. It's just trouble in paradise for Sega Motorsports. Over the last couple of weeks, they have not been on the same page, as William Brock nearly gets turned by Joshua Osborne shortly after crossing the start-finish line, and it doesn't end there. I don't know if Joshua Osborne was in a hurry or if William Brock was slow, but he just hooks his own teammate as both drivers just slide right to the safety barrier, and then they also hook the 11 of Cody Lamas right into Dougie Shears as Jonathan Zorlin. Oh man, and Christina Bell actually gets into Joshua Osborne. Let's bring it back a little bit. Yeah, this is a better angle from what I saw. Yes, the 1 and the 42 just hook each other, and then the 42 gets into the back of the 11. Then that makes him turn Dougie Shears here, as both of these drivers are just right into the safer barrier, and Christina Bell gets into the back of her own teammate, Joshua Osborne. And then I'm trying to see, and Jonathan Zorlin, oh man, Zorlin, he just slams right into the 83 of Dougie Shears, and then Aaron Macklin, he got a piece of it, and Sky Commons, he almost got a piece of that too, but he manages to keep going. But oh man, all three Sega Motorsports cars were involved in this, the 1, the 40, and the 42. Cody Lamas, he was just an innocent victim in that. He gets clapped by, he gets hit by the 42, and that's what makes him turn Dougie Shears. Then Jonathan Zorlin, he was the one I saw smoking. He got the most damage out of all that, and unfortunately, he took his 43 back to the garage area, and he may not be the only one to join them. Here we are riding on board with the Black Entrepreneur Initiative number 43 of Jonathan Zorlin. Just absolutely nowhere for the 43 to go. He couldn't avoid the spinning Dougie Shears, and unfortunately his 43 just erupts completely in smoke. Before we head back to live action, here's one last on board with the #1 Monster Energy Chevrolet of Joshua Osborne. There's the initial contact with William Brock, and then it just starts a chain reaction there. I think Osborne will be able to continue. It depends on if his pit crew can get that damage fixed. Here we are back at Nashville. We're going to restart on lap number 20, and we have more drivers who are not out of this race. They are Aaron Macklin, Jonathan Zorlin, and Joshua Osborne. Christina Bell is still in this race, but she is 2 laps down. Anyway, after pit stops, Dustin Stoller is still our race leader. Second place is Cole Daly. Third now is Zachary Fitzwater. Fourth is Mitchell Collins. Fifth is Seth Cole. Sixth, Danny Wells. Seventh now is Cole Deaver. Eighth is Nathan Orman. Ninth is Michael Norman. And rounding out the top 10 is Dylan Poteet. The rest of the top 15 are Joshua Mudd, Stephen Colin, Brendan Crasta, Dylan Young, and RJ Bishop. But just a couple of laps from the halfway mark now. I don't know if Christina Bell is going to be slow in that number 40, but the outside lane is the best place to run here, as the pace car is already back on pit road, hitting the Geico restart zone, and the green flag is now back out. And yes, Christina Bell is going to be insanely slow, so she needs to stay on the bottom so the entire field can get past her. As Cole Daly, he's going to try to do what he can to catch up to that number 8 of Dustin Stoller. Now going to the TV2 camera to look at the entire field coming down. And they're trying to get around that slow number 40. As Cole Daly, he's going to try to do what he can to chase down that number 8. Zachary Fitzwater, and man, Seth Cole just got turned. Oh, man. Oh, they're still wrecking. That's going to be a huge wreck. Seth Cole and Mitchell Collins get together, and now they have to race all the way back to the line. And oh man, the field is greatly separated. The big one strikes here all over again at Nashville. Oh man. But Dustin Stoller continues to lead as they will race back to the yellow flag once again. And now the $1 million question is, who was all involved here? And oh man, Sky Commons, he's got major front end damage to his number 10 car. Trying to see who else. Levi McIntyre, he's missing the entire front end of his number 60. Let's see, William Brock is back here. And Allison Rain, who just raced her way to get back on the lead lap, she finds herself in trouble. And oh man, there's major damage to the 41 of Brayson Mitchell. I have to see if there's anyone on pit road. I don't know, but there's Matt McIntyre. There's and oh no, they're bunching up here. Okay, I don't know what's going on here, but Brett Kinneberg has an insane damage. And oh man, Sky Commons, he just ran over his teammate Alex Drayton. Oh man, what was that about? Well, maybe the replays will tell us because a lot happened here. I saw Seth Cole and Mitchell Collins turn each other. Oh man. And oh man, there's some major damage to Ryan Acosta in the 78. There's some damage to well, there's a lot of drivers who have damage here. James Qualls, Matt McIntyre, James McLeod, RJ Bishop's got damage. Oh man, but the main start of it was Seth Cole in the 24. I don't know if anyone was too happy with the points leader of this race, but depending on what happens, he may not be the points leader once this race is over. But let's take a look and see what happened with the 24 and the 22. And here's having to brought out our third caution. I was focused on the lead here, and these guys were just coming out of turn 4. I guess Cole Deaver saw a move and tried to go for it, and I guess he misjudged where Seth Cole was going to stay, and he just hooks the 24 right onto the 22, and then that's what causes both of these drivers to spin out. Like right into the field, and the 22 just comes up right back in front of the field, narrowly misses Michael Norman here, but Brandon Craster, he's not so lucky, as we see Michael Norman just turning straight into the camera, as we see Brandon Craster gets hit. Dylan Young is also involved. I'm trying to find the best camera for this. Brett Kinneberg gets into the back of Dylan Young. RJ Bishop is also collected. Yes, this really isn't a good spot for the camera. I might have to go to the helicopter camera to see what all happened. I'm trying to get the best view of this. As we see, yes, Brandon Craster gets into it. Dylan Young actually gets into his teammate. RJ Bishop gets into it. James Qualls, he's deep in the inside here. Tim Fiegel's also collected in this. Brayson Mitchell gets into the 22. James McLeod is stuck on the inside. As we see, Matt McIntyre got into it. Ryan Acosta, Steven Gonzalez. Oh man, a lot of drivers. The track is pretty much blocked here. There's numerous drivers involved in this. And I'm just trying to see, like, it's just a lot of drivers. I think that's pretty much half the field. This is the big one striking here. Yes, and this is the best view. Alex Ferranti and Simon Oscon luckily stayed on the inside to avoid all of this. And oh man, Chris Darlington, he gets hit by Dylan Young. He's stuck behind all of this. Sky Commons, that's where Sky Commons got all his damage. And Charles Sanford, Christina Bell, all these guys, they're just stuck together as the track is blocked. Oh man. All this started was because of Cole Deaver. I guess he wanted to rattle Seth Cole's cage, but unfortunately he causes a major pileup on the front straightaway. Here we are riding on board with the number 21 Motorcraft Ford Mustang of Michael Norman. Michael Norman gets a little tap, and he's lucky enough to avoid spinning out in the grass. Now here we are riding on board with the number 22 Shell Pennzoil Ford Mustang of Mitchell Collins. Wow, just completely clobbered in that massive, insane, just wreck. Now here we are with one final onboard with the number 38 Speedco Ford Mustang of Brett Kinneberg. Just completely stuck in the middle, absolutely nowhere to go. They're still running into each other here. And here we are back at Nashville. We're going to restart with just 20 laps to go. And we have more drivers who are not out of this race. They are Christina Bell, Sky Commons, Brett Kenningberg, and Brayson Mitchell. Now the field is jumbled up. Dylan Young and Brendan Krasser are 1 lap down. But our new leader after pit stops is Joshua Mudd, trying to do what Kyle Larson did in 2021. Second now is Nathan Ormond. Third is Cole Daly. Fourth is Danny Wells. Fifth is Michael Norman. Sixth is Zachary Fitzwater. Seventh is Dylan Pote. Eighth now is Dustin Stuller. Ninth is teammate Cole Deaver. And running out the top 10 is James Qualls. The rest of the top 15 are James McLeod, shockingly Tim Fiegel, Alex Ferranti, Stephen Colin, and Jake Rogers. We saw what happened in the first 25 laps, but now let's see what can happen in the final 20 laps as the pace car is back on pit road once again here, and we're about to hit the Geico restart zone, and the green flag is now back out here at Nashville. Nashville not showing any favorites here as we now see the Hendrick Motorsports teammates trying to work together here. Joshua Mudd, I believe he's leading his first laps of the season here today at Nashville. Joshua Mudd, he started this race in the 13th position, and he has raced his way all the way to the front. But Nathan Ormond, he has been in the top 5 almost all race long. And oh man, they're wrecking again! They're wrecking all over again. Oh man, I think that was due to all the slow traffic there. But this is exactly what Joshua Mudd needs, and this race is turning into a wreck fest, and I really hate that it is. But, oh man, and it looks like Tim Fiegel may have been the one to cause this. He's coming down pit road as we now see Charles Sanford back here. Jake Rogers is back here. Steven Gonzalez is back here. And, well, I don't know, so many cars have damage. Like, I have no idea, like, who was involved. But the only driver to come down pit road from that was Tim Fiegel. So that's why I say that it probably involved the 19. And we do have some takers to come down pit road, but Cole Daly in the 18, he's choosing to stay out. So pit strategy is already trying to be a factor here today. But oh man, let's take a look and see what happened to brought out the caution this time. Well, here's what happened to brought out this caution, and I have no idea what the hell Fiegel was thinking here. I don't know if something broke on that 19, but he is way on the outside here, and right there, he's making an indication to try to come down pit road, and he just gets right into the right side of Dylan Young, and then that's what spins him out right in front of Jake Rogers, and then that's what ends up turning the 19 around. As he, I'm trying to find a better camera angle, as Charles Sanford is just stuck up on the high side. The same goes for Seth Cole. That is not what Seth Cole needed. And Steven Gonzalez, he was also up there. And a little bit of contact between Jessica Shelton and Ron Acosta. RJ Bishop also gets into it. But this could have been entirely avoided if Tim Fiegel would have stayed on the inside. I don't know what in the world he was thinking there. And here we are back at Nashville. Once again, we're going to restart with 15 laps to go. And only one driver retired out of the race, and that was Tim Fiegel after his bonehead move. Anyway, once we get back going underway, Fiegel's teammate Cole Daly is the new race leader after he and a few other drivers stayed out. Zachary Fitzwater is now second. Third is Dylan Pote. Fourth is Cole Deaver. Fifth is James Qualls. Sixth is James McLeod. Seventh is Stephen Colin. Eighth is Dougie Shears. Ninth is Chris Dolleton. And running out the top 10 is Charles Sanford. The rest of the top 15 is actually the first driver who actually came down pit road and actually came out first over Joshua Mudd. Danny Wells. Joshua Mudd's now 12th. Dustin Stoller 13th. Michael Norman 14th. And now 15th is Nathan Hudson. A lot can happen in 15 laps, and hopefully we'll have another green flag run like we did in the beginning. But now Cole Daly, he's the one in control now as the pace car makes his way back onto pit road. They're about to hit the Geico restarting zone, and the green flag is now back out here at Nashville. Cole Dowd is going to try to do wherever he can to try to get in victory lane for the first time here this season. The last time he won a race, I believe it was Kentucky last season in the Quaker State 400. He wants to bring a victory for Joe Gibbs Racing. I'm trying to go to the spectators camera to try to see if there's any problems going on, and it doesn't look like it, as we're still going green. As we now go to the pit lane camera to see all these drivers just going and entering through turns 1 and 2. Right now, Cole Daly's got that clean air, and oh man, Chris Donaldson nearly gets turned back there. Oh man, that was close. Where's the 82? There he is. Oh man, I don't know who nearly turned Chris Donaldson there, but that was close. Oh man, these guys are still racy here. The 82 of Chris Donaldson, our winner from the Coca-Cola 600. He oh man, he's stuck in a 4 wide situation, but you can't go 4 wide here. Oh man, he's nearly caught in between the Hendrick and oh man, now Seth Cole nearly gets turned by William Brock. Oh man, I don't know if these guys back here are a lot more rowdy, but oh man, I don't know if they're trying to cause another caution or what, but Seth Cole nearly gets turned. And oh man, now we see Dylan Young coming down pit road. He's already a lap down. His chances to win this race are pretty much already done. As we head back to the front, it's still a 3-car breakaway. Dylan Poche continues to hang back in 3rd place here, as Zachary Fitzwater continues to chase all over the back bumper of that 18. Let's go on board with the number 4. You know, man, as soon as I go on board, the caution is out. Wow, sometime in there, the caution is out. And I have to see who was involved. And oh man, it looks like it was Chris Dollarton. Oh man, he nearly gets turned a couple of laps ago, and it looks like that he did get turned by someone else. Oh man, we're gonna have to go to the replays and see if the same person who turned him was actually the same person who turned him earlier. And Ryan Acosta, he's also back here. But oh man, this race is gonna come down to who has the better pit strategy. But let's take a look and see what happened to the 82 of Chris Dollarton. Okay, this is what I caught when I was focusing on the leaders at the time. Just coming out of turn 2, Chris Dollarton nearly gets turned by the 27 of Matt McIntyre, as Dollarton drives into the grass, and he's able to keep it going here, but he manages to lose a bit of time because the grass it slows you down. But this is not what brought out our caution. What actually brought out our caution came just a couple of laps later. Now here's what happened to actually brought out our caution. Just beating and battered cars at the back of the field, and heading into turn 3, it looks like Ron Acosta just hooks the left rear quarter panel of the 82 of Chris Dollarton, brings him down right onto Steven Gonzalez. He comes in contact with the 28, and the 82 just spins out right in front of Ron Acosta. That's where he got that rear end damage, and then Acosta gets another hit to his 78, and it just turns him right into the safer barrier. Oh man, it's just a wreckfest filled super speedway here at Nashville. Not showing any favors whatsoever, and it may have just claimed 2 more victims in Chris Dollarton and Ryan Acosta. And here we are back at Nashville. We're going to restart with just 7 laps to go and no drivers retire out of the race. Our leader, once we get back underway, goes as follows. Danny Wells, after pit stops, is the race leader. 2nd is Dustin Stoller. 3rd now is Alex Ferranti. Cole Daly drops all the way back to 4th. 5th now is Zachary Fitzwater. 6th is Dylan Pote. 7th is teammate James McLeod. 8th now is Kyle Matthews. Ninth is James Qualls. And running out the top 10 with left side damage is Jessica Shelton. The rest of the top 15 are Stephen Colin, Samet Oskan, Dougie Shears, Nathan Ormond, and Alex Drayton with a damaged race car. Now it's past the 10 lap point, so the lap cars are not gonna line up. And oh man, we got a car blowing up, I think, and it's William Brock. Oh no, well, he's not smoking. He's just coming back down pit road, but the pace car is also coming back down pit road as the 42 will join them. But we're gonna have to focus on the front of the field here as the green flag is now back out here at Nashville. And oh man, it looks like Alex Ferranti got a strong restart. And oh man, he's making it 3 wide for second place. And oh man, he's gonna try to chase down that number 12. He's trying to bring Zachary Fitzwater along with him. But Danny Wells, he needs to have another quick caution if he wants to try to benefit from this. But here comes that 9 car. That 9 car is coming. Danny Wells looking to get his first victory of the season, while Alex Ferranti is trying to get his second win. And third place, Zachary Fitzwater, he's trying to get his third win of the season. He'll be the first and only 3-time winner of the NASCAR SEGA Cup so far. Dylan Pote, he's trying to get his first win of the season, and Cole Dowley's also trying to get his first win of the season. Oh man, we got a lot of hungry drivers trying to get their first wins. And oh man, Alex Ferranti, he's all over the back bumper of that 12 car. I don't know if Danny Wells is going to have anything to stop that 9 car from coming as we have 5 laps to go. I really want this race to end under the green flag, but Ferranti, he's going to try to spoil Danny Wells' party. And oh man, now we see Dylan Pote trying to work on the inside of Zachary Fitzwater for third. Can't quite do it yet. Nope, he's still behind the 4 car as Danny Wells continues to hang on to that lead. We're going to have to ride on board with the number 9 of Alex Ferranti as he's trying to close the gap. And oh man, he is on the inside of the 12 car, but Danny Wells, he's gonna try to get that outside run. And oh man, but Ferranti, he's trying to charge on the inside to try to take that lead away. He's side by side with the 12. And oh man, just look at the push that Zachary Fitzwater is giving to Danny Wells. He wants a piece of the lead. He's trying to get to the outside. Oh man, Zachary Fitzwater now takes second and he's trying to do a crossover move. And oh man, now Pote takes third away from Ferranti. Oh man, and the 10th run going is now Fitzwater takes the lead away from Danny Wells. Now we see Dylan Pote getting into the mix now. Oh man, new leader of the number 4 in the Gravedigger colors, Zachary Fitzwater. He's trying to show these guys why he's a 2-time winner. He's gonna try to make it 3-time. As now Dylan Pote, he's gonna try to chase him down. 2 laps to go now. Time is running out. Does anyone have anything for Zachary Fitzwater right now? It doesn't appear to be so. Fitzwater, he's running away with that. He's running away with that lead now. Danny Wells drops all the way back to the 5th position, looks like, as they're making it 3 wide right now. And oh man, coming out of turns 3 and 4 for the second to last time. We're coming to the white flag. And oh man, we got cars pitting. We got cars pitting as the white flag is now waving at Nashville. This is Pote's last chance to chase down that 4. He better hope that the 4 can make it on fuel. I don't know if anyone has anything for that number 4 here as we are coming out of turns 3 and 4 for the final time, making no indication from pit road. It looks like Zachary Fitzwater, he will indeed do it once again. He will take home Nashville and win the Allied 400. Zachary Fitzwater captures his 3rd win of the season. And oh man, it was an insane run to the very end there. But he had a strong run on the outside. He did a crossover move to take the lead away from Danny Wells. And he will be the lone driver at the top of the NASCAR SEGA Cup as he will be our only 3-time winner. Oh man, S4 Ally 400. race number 17, and this race is in the books. Oh man, Zachary Fitzwater, he had a strong car, and he pushed Danny Wells to the outside, worked with Dylan Poteet to get up there, and unfortunately for Danny Wells, he'll have to settle for a top 5 finish here. He had a strong going in that number 12 car, but just lost it out to the 4. Dylan Poteet also with a strong run in second place. A good run for the 31 team. Cole Daly ends up 3rd. Alex Ferranti ends up 4th. Tweenix Racing ends up with 2 top 10s here today, as James McLeod ends up 6th. Stephen Colin ended up 7th. Nathan Orman ends up 8th place today in the 48. Simon Oscon, a good run for Everham Motorsports here today. He'll settle for a 9th place finish, and James Qualls will end up 10th. Then we have Alex Drayton with the amount of trouble he got into today. He'll end up with a top 15 here today. Jessica Shelton ends up 12th. Matt McIntyre 13th. Dougie Shears 14th. Running out the top 10 was top 15 rather was Cole Deaver. Michael Norman 16th. Allison Rain 18th. Levi McIntyre 18th. Joshua Mudd 19th. Running out the top 20 was Nathan Hudson. Then we have Steven Gonzalez, Cody Lamas, Chris Dalton, Ron Acosta, Jake Rogers around at the top 25. And then we have Mitchell Collins. Mitchell Collins, Charles Sanford, Seth Cole, RJ Bishop, and Kyle Matthews rounds out the top 30. Then Dustin Stoller. Dustin Stoller fell all the way back to the 31st position. He was the driver who came down pit road. So the pole sitter, not really a good day for the 8 car. Dylan Young ended up a lap down, 32nd, and then Brandon Craster ended up 33rd. He was the last car running, and I was right. William Brock was blowing up. I thought he was coming down pit road, but he in fact lost a piston, so he ended up 34th. Okay, and then we have Tim Fiegel, Brayson Mitchell, Brett Kenningberg, Sky Commons, Christina Bell, Joshua Osborne, Jonathan Zorlin, and Aaron Macklin. That is our field. Well, race fans, that does it here for Nashville. Hopefully in the next SEGA Cup Series race, we won't have a Wreckfest filled one. The next time the NASCAR SEGA Cup Series comes back on YouTube, we will go over to the Pocono Mountains at Pocono Raceway. Congratulations one last time to Zachary Fitzwater for winning here at Nashville, and we'll see you guys at Pocono.